Hello everyone, Jurassic Man here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Jurassic World Soundstrike Irritator from the Primal tagline. Now, I got this at the same time as I got the Majungasaurus, and when I got there, in the Target, when I found these, there was also the Parasaurolophus. However, there was a lot more Parasaurolophus than there were Irritators and Majungasaurus, so I'll probably get the Parasaurolophus another time. Maybe not, because the other one is kind of far into my collection. It's going to be taking a while. Although I do have to organize my collection sometime soon. So I guess I could probably do that another time. So yeah, let's go right into it. Now, the Irritator is a very exciting dinosaur to have in the collection because it is also the fourth Spinosaurid that we have in this Jurassic World collection. So far, we only had the Spinosaurus, obviously, but then we got the Baryonyx, later on the Sarcosuchus, and now we got Irritator. Makes me kind of excited that what other Spinosaurid they would include in the Jurassic World line, but we'll have to see in the future. So anyways, let's get right to it. The box is a standard Primal tag box with the logos on the sides, a diagram of the Irritator being worked, sound strikes in different language, O and in blue. If we go to the side, look at the back side, we see a nice diagram of the pulse of the Irritator as well. On the bottom, we have the Parasaurolophus and the Majungasaurus. On the side, we have the head strike and thrashing action of the Primal tag Irritator. We'll get into that next time. So, let's get right into the review. I always throw the boxes away. I don't know why. I just find it funny. But yeah. Now the Irritator is by far one of the best looking figures we got so far on the new Primal Tech line. Of course, there's probably other figures like the obviously already mentioned Parasaurolophus, which is really much of an improvement of the original one. Although there are some used things, I'm pretty sure it's slightly new sculpt with some old parts already, but I really love the design of it. Now the Irritator here, I gotta say, it's a far greater improvement than we got from the other Spinosaurid families. First off, I just like to point out that the obvious scales on this are very prominent. You can see all the wrinkles, all the scales on it. It doesn't have a very crocodilian scale like that of the obviously the Spinosaurus and the Baryonyx, which is kind of a minus, if I gotta say, because they're very well known to just be represented as crocodiles, two-legged crocodiles basically. But it is a nice change to see something that isn't being copied over again with the whole crocodile feature. I mean, we don't even know if Spinosaurus even had scales like a crocodile, or even his relatives, so I guess that could work too. Now, I took the batteries off of this so it wouldn't make sound during the review, as I'll do it another time. But yeah, we can make a good close look on the heads. And as you can see, the head itself, it's very crocodilian. It has these cracks very iconic to those of crocodiles and alligators. So there's that. It doesn't have the scaling on it, but it does have a very nice sail, a very nice fin. I don't know if Irritator was known to have sails and fins. I'm pretty sure it does. I don't know. I should have looked into this more. And of course, we got these smaller, but not so small hands of the Irritator. Of course, they're not pronated, which is a good thing. They're not painted either. The claws are never painted. But the teeth are individually painted, which is actually pretty cool. The inside of the mouth is pink, although the roof of the mouth is not pink, it's blue, same as the head color, as I think the only colors the head have is the eye color and the teeth. Other than that, it's just a plain blue. That's not even the right color blue for the rest of the head. And speaking of the colors, I gotta say, besides the tail, this coloration is really nice. It has this nice blue. I'm pretty sure it's naval blue. This is probably naval blue, but this is a close blue. It has a nice light blue coloration on the sides as it comes with stripes. They look pretty nice. They look really good. And of course, we got this nice brown color for the base color. And underneath, we actually do have some colors on the belly, which is this, I'm pretty sure is pale beige. Pretty sure it's beige. but it doesn't go anywhere else. It doesn't go up to the jaw, the neck, or the tail. Just the belly. Ugh, I really hate these speakers, honestly. But yeah, details on this guy is really good. Colorations on this guy is really good. Of course, articulation is always going to be the best, as the animal can pull his arms out like this and hold them back down. Articulation on the head is based on the tail, so there's that. We'll get into that later. But yeah, this is a really good figure. I really like it, and it's just phenomenal. So let's get right into the sounds. Now the sounds of the Irritator is, I gotta say, really good. I'm actually surprised that they actually have roars. Well, let me show it to you. That they have roars of the Spinosaurus, as you can hear. And as you can see, those roars are very similar, and in fact I think one of them actually does sound similar to that of the Spinosaurus roar. Let's see if we can hear that again. That one roar really does sound like the Spinosaurus roar, and I really like how they actually implement that instead of using the T-Rex roar like we got from the Baryonyx roar, which I did not like, but you know what? I'm glad we're actually getting something that isn't the Indominus Rex, that Triceratops roar, or the T-Rex roar. We have a Spinosaurus roar, along with some hissing that sounds similar to that to crocodiles, which is also cool since Irritator looks like a croc. But yeah, you start the action feature by moving the back tail up and down and around, and that's how it works. It's also good for role-playing if you're that kind of person, especially on those kinds. Here's a comparison of the Irritator with the dual attack Suchomimus. I don't know if we actually did a review on this, but if I did, well, I gotta say, it's still pretty much the same as the Suchomimus, as the other one. As this one does not have a broken neck like mine's, which is unfortunate. But compared to these two, I really like the Suchomimus a lot more. Because I'm pretty sure, well, not pretty sure, I really like the design they chose on this with sails and such. Although I do gotta say, the Irritator does look much better, which is obviously cool. Plus it stands better, unlike this guy. Of course, they have the Irritator with the Baryonyx. This is the Baryonyx attack playset. Now, I don't really have done a review on this, but I do have it, but I'll probably eventually post it one day. But yeah, here's the playset with the Baryonyx, or the Baryonyx with the Irritator, and of course this Baryonyx stands-ish, so that's pretty cool. And here's a comparison of the Irritator with the Pososuchus and Alengren next to each other. I already did a comparison on the Majungasaurus and Majungasaurus review, so check that one out. And I gotta say, it looks very well. I'm pretty sure Irritator was a pretty medium-sized carnivore, and even then it was probably primarily just to eat fish. I don't know about the crocodile. They'll probably compete with each other, but this is Pososuchus, so maybe not, maybe we will. Of course, like all these figures, the Pososuchus, Majungasaurus, and Irritator are all getting a 5-star review. Honestly, Mattel has really upped their game since back in 2018. And these figures are just getting better and better with sculpting, details, and coloration. Of course, paint-wise, they should paint a bit more, especially towards the back end of the tail. But then again, you're mostly holding that part, so I can see why, in a way. But anyways, these figures are just great. Of course, you guys get these all in Target, which is can vary with different prices. Or you could probably get them in Walmart, depending on where you live. So, I hope you guys like this review. Remember to like, subscribe, and see you guys on the next one.